Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I am going to be sharing some of my favorite hair tools and hair hacks for achieving long healthy hair. So these aren't really going to be styling tools or anything like that. They're more just things that have made my life a lot easier over the years when it comes to achieving and maintaining healthy hair. So I'm just going to jump straight into the video and I hope you enjoy it. So first up I have my hair towel turban. I absolutely love this thing. It has completely saved my head basically. When my hair is wet, it's really heavy, and then when I wrap it in a regular towel, it feels like I have a ton of bricks on my head. It really hurts. So I was having a lot of neck pain and my scalp would always hurt because it would be pulling up my hairline. So when I switched to using a hair towel turban, it completely changed everything. The one that I use is by the brand Aquas, and they just had really good reviews, so that's why I bought their hair towels. But it's big enough to fit my long hair. It just has a little button and loop that closes it, and apparently this cuts your drying time in half by 50%. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it definitely absorbs a lot of water and makes my drying time a lot quicker. And a really absorbent towel turban is also really good for reducing breakage, because you're not going to use a lot of friction to dry your hair. So yeah, I just absolutely love my towel turban and I will never be without one. And I even have my name monogrammed on this one, so nobody's going to steal this from me. And another favorite tool for healthy hair is a water filter for your shower. And I recommend using a water filter just for your health in general, but a really great benefit of using one is healthier hair and healthier skin, because it filters out impurities and chlorine and things that will strip the moisture from your hair and your skin. And I notice a big difference when I just shower in regular water compared to showering with my filter. Actually, before I had a filter, I would get kind of itchy skin after I showered, but now I don't get that anymore. And my hair is definitely a lot softer. I mean, I've been using a shower filter for years, but I definitely notice a difference. So the shower filter I currently use is by the brand Sprite, and I bought it because it had good reviews and I really liked the look of it. It's a 2-in-1, so it's the shower filter built into the shower head, so I liked that it wasn't too big and clunky looking. I liked the chrome and I liked the different shower settings on it. But there's a lot of different shower filters out there, so just kind of do your research and find one that you think would work best for you. So next up is the brushes that I use. And if you've been following me for a while, you will know that I love using a wooden brush to brush my hair. So wooden bristle brushes are really great for massaging the scalp and stimulating circulation to the scalp. They are really great for distributing your hair's natural oils throughout your hair to help condition your hair. And it just feels so nice to brush your hair with a wooden brush. And I'm not going to go too in-depth into wooden brushes in this video because I do have a full blog post as well as a video on wooden brushes, so I'll just link that down below. But I do love my wooden brushes. And when my hair is wet, I brush it with a detangler brush. And a detangler brush is basically a brush that has really flexible bristles. So when your hair is wet, it's not going to be really harsh and, break your hair. And I know a lot of people say don't brush your hair when it's wet because it's more prone to breakage, but I absolutely need to brush my hair when it's wet. If I don't, when it dries, it just looks really horrible. So I always brush it out, and I've never had a problem with breakage, but I'm very gentle. Like, I start at the ends and I just work my way up, and I don't force any knots out. I'm very gentle with it, and I've never had a problem with breakage. But detangler brushes are great because they're just very gentle on the hair. Now next up, I have something kind of random, but it's made my life so much easier when making do-it-yourself hair masks. and that is an immersion blender. I like to use a lot of avocados and bananas in my hair masks because it's very hydrating and moisturizing for the hair. But when you just mash them with a fork, it doesn't get it completely smooth, and then you end up with chunks of food basically in your hair, and it's really hard to wash out. And before I was using a regular blender, but you need to have a certain amount of liquid for it to blend properly, and I always hated cleaning the mask out between the blades. It's really fast to use, it blends the mask so well, and it's easy to clean up, which is a huge plus for me. So yeah, I love my little immersion blender, and this one is by KitchenAid. I will link the one I have down below, but I am so happy with it, and it's made my life so much easier when it comes to do-it-yourself hair care. So next up, I have my Hot Heads Deep Conditioning Thermal Cap, and I absolutely love this thing. It has completely changed my deep conditioning routine. I really love to do deep conditioning treatments like my avocado and coconut milk hair mask, but if you keep your hair warm while doing a deep conditioning treatment, you will get much better results. So I was looking for a heat cap of some sort, so I originally looked on Amazon, but everything on there was filled with that gel, and I really didn't want that. So then I looked on Etsy, one of my favorite sites in the world, and I came across this company called Hot Heads Thermal Hair Care, and they make these handmade. They're just filled with flax seeds, so they're more natural. So the flax seeds hold in the heat, and I just love these so much. They work so well. They come in a bunch of different colors, and I have two because this is their original size and this is their extra large size, and I wasn't quite sure what size I would need. The extra large kind of fits my hair better, but to be honest, I could have just gotten away with the regular. So I think 99.9% of people can get away with the regular unless you have super, super long, thick hair. And the flax seeds hold the heat really well. I can get about 15 to 30 minutes out of the cap. And then if it cools down and you need to use it for longer, you can just reheat it. It's really easy to use. You just apply your deep conditioner, and then you put on some sort of reusable shower cap, something to protect this from getting dirty. And then you warm this up in the microwave. It's about the only thing I use my microwave for. And then you put that on your head and let it deep condition for however long you want. I usually do 30 to 45 minutes. And yeah, it's just really, really awesome. So I love my little flaxseed Hot Heads heat mask. And then of course I have to mention my silk pillow and silk bonnet because these are wonderful for reducing breakage. Using a silk or satin pillow or bonnet is really great because they just allow your hair to kind of glide over the fabric. It's not as, I guess, rough as cotton, and it doesn't absorb as much moisture as cotton. It just glides. So soft. And when I sleep with my silk pillow or bonnet, when I wake up, my hair feels so smooth. It's not frizzy, it's really soft, and it just makes the world of a difference for me. So if you're trying to maintain a hairstyle overnight or just want to prevent breakage, then I really, really recommend you get yourself either a silk or satin pillowcase or bonnet. And it took me a while to find a bonnet that was appropriate for long hair because my hair would always just slip right out of it. So I have this one, and it has these nice ties so you can really fasten it quite tight to your head, and my hair never falls out. So I really love this. And I also use this under my winter hats to prevent hat head. So I love them. And I do have a full video on protective sleep hairstyles, which I will link down below. And I talk a little bit about these in that video. And then another one of my favorite tools for healthy hair is my humidifier. This thing has been saving my hair this winter. A humidifier is great because it just puts moisture back in the air. So if you use a lot of indoor heating or maybe live in a really dry climate, it'll just help prevent your hair and your skin from drying out. So I've been using this all winter long. I just put it on at night and let it run through the night, and I think it's really been helping to just keep that moisture in my hair. So if you have really dry hair, you might want to try out using a humidifier. It might help bring some of that moisture back, and I love mine, especially during the winter. It's really, really nice. Now next up is a sharp set of hair cutting shears. So I use these to cut my split ends, and I absolutely love cutting my split ends. I think it's so fun. I think it's very relaxing, but I just kind of scan through my hair, and whenever I see split ends, I just give it a little trim. And cutting your own split ends is really important if you're trying to grow your hair out, because if your hair starts splitting and fraying, it's just gonna look really unhealthy, and then you're gonna have to get a bigger cut. So I just kind of keep on top of it, and I always love to cut my own split ends. And then of course I love my good old claw clip. These are really good for securing your hair in a bun for kind of a protective hairstyle. So what I do is I just twist my hair on top of my head, and then I use the claw clip and I just secure it. So a lot of the time when I'm just hanging out at home, I have my little claw clip in my bun, and I love it. So at night, if I'm wearing my hair in a braid, I will usually use a silk or satin scrunchie, and these are just really smooth on the hair, so it's not going to be very tight. It's not gonna break your hair off. And then another type of hair tie that's really great for preventing breakage as well as kinks is these little stretchy hair ties. And I'll actually put my hair in a braid and show you. So I just see, it just kind of holds it in place like that. And it doesn't leave as big of a kink as a regular hair tie, so that's pretty cool. And then another little tool or hair hack that I love is the topsy tail tool. And it's just this little loop looking thing, but it does something really cool, so I'm going to show you. So if you are wanting to finish off your braid, I just put a braid in my hair, then what you do, you just take the topsy tail tool and put it in the back of the elastic like that, and then you take one of the longer strands of your hair and then you wrap it around the elastic to cover the elastic, and then you loop it through the topsy tail, and then you take the topsy tail and go like this, and pull it through, and then you have a finished end, and it just looks so much better. So this tool is awesome. So this doesn't really make your hair healthier per se, but it's a really cool tool and a really cool hair hack, so I had to add it in because it's just one of my favorite tools for hair. And then another little tool or hack that helps me achieve healthy hair is a little eyedropper, a little glass eyedropper. And the reason I say this is because using an eyedropper to apply oils to your scalp is so much easier because it really gets into the roots compared to if you were just using your fingers and applying the oil. So, you know, I just reuse droppers that I get from certain products, or, you know, you can probably find one at the store to buy. But you can really just kind of get into the scalp and distribute that oil. So it's kind of a little random thing, but I just noticed that it really makes oiling my hair a lot easier. So yeah, a little eyedropper. So those are a few of my favorite tools and hair hacks. I really hope you enjoyed the video and maybe learned something new. And feel free to follow me on Instagram if you want to see more hair content, because I post a lot there. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!